Have to read this first section of your books. You know, the issues and the remediation. If you didn't, raise your hands. If you didn't read it, raise your hands. You didn't read it, okay? Read it today. Thank you for going up with it. Good job. If you did not read it today. You have to understand, and read it today. All of you who have not read it, thank you very much. Very good. Read it today, please. Because what this is doing, this is highlighting some issues that we're having in our school. You'll have your chance. You'll have your chance. But now, I want you to understand, when you're in class, there's a lot of you and there's one teacher. This teacher has a job to do. They're trying to prepare you for what's going to come to you in the not too distant future for many of you. So please treat them with the respect that they deserve. Back talking in class, using bad language, things of this nature is childish. And it's beneath you to do things like this. You're far better than that. Don't lower yourself to that type of ridiculous, stupid, childish behavior. You're much better than that. Now, part of this also is incomplete homework or not handing it in. That's number 8, but also number 7 on that second page bears on that, which is poor time management. Instead of doing your homework, you may be running around playing football, soccer, talking with your friends, when you know you've got an assignment that you've got to have for the next day or whatever day it is. If you don't start exercising some self-discipline now and developing good work habits, then life is going to be 10 times tougher on you pretty close on. Do you think somebody's going to pay you for not learning something as part of your job? No, they'll just say, get out of here, and they'll get somebody else. And you're going to wonder, where do I get my next meal from? When I got out of the Marines, I just had a high school education. I was a moderately poor student, C at best. I didn't take it seriously. But the fortunate for me is that in the military, particularly the United States Marine Corps, which is known for incredibly harsh discipline, I learned what it was to take responsibility and do a job. I also saw, because I traveled around the world, what it was like for these poor souls who were looking for their next meal, who didn't have a roof over their head or clothes on their back. I lived that. I lived in a hole and watched these poor people scrounging through the jungle for bits of leaves to eat. You do not want to do that, trust me. It is hard. It is survival at its most harsh. This is training, so you don't have to do that. Your homework is nothing more than an exercise in self-discipline and learning skills that you're going to need to survive. If you think it's a joke, if you'd rather be jacking around with your friends, fine. You're going to be the ones out on the street. You're going to be the ones going hungry. You want to have a family? You want to subject them to not having food in the house or a roof over their heads? There are consequences. Learn these now. Life is not that far off for you. You're all getting to an age where shortly life is going to be on your shoulders. For goodness sakes, prepare yourself for it, because it doesn't care. It'll plow you under like a piece of grass. You won't even notice you're leaving. This is not a game. It's life. And life on occasion is just mean and deadly. Give yourself as many advantages as you can. Otherwise, you'll be plowed under. I guarantee it. I've seen it. I've lived it. This may sound harsh and it may sound shocking. I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to wake you up to the seriousness of what we're doing here. If you're smart, you'll pay attention and you'll act accordingly. If you're not, nobody's going to care. Establish good study habits now. Get some personal discipline. Get your homework done as best you can. If you need help, ask a friend, ask your teacher. When you get out in life, there's going to be things that you don't know. Are you going to just, I got it. Are you going to go off and you're not going to get the job done? Somebody's going to fire you, and here you are. Where's my next meal coming from? Learn to ask questions. People are more than happy, willing, they want to help you. But you must raise your hand and say, I need help. I don't understand. I need so-and-so in order to get this job done. Learn this. Because if you do, you will be successful. It may not be easy, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than if you just sit there like a stone saying, I'm not going to raise my hand. People think I'm dumb. Don't care what anybody else thinks of you. It's your life that's important, not what they think of you. That's ridiculous. Get some courage, get a backbone in the right way. When I say courage, I mean the courage to do what is necessary, what you are given to do, your job. Get it done the best you can. I guarantee you it will pay dividends as you go through life. If you don't learn it now, quite honestly, you're screwed. You're dead. And I mean this seriously. This ain't no joke. There are 1.4 billion people out there looking for jobs just like you're going to do. If they're better prepared than you are, guess who's going to get it? They will. What's going to happen to you? Have you ever thought of that? You're thinking today, tomorrow, maybe next week. I'm thinking 1, 2, 5 years out. What's going to happen to all of you? I care. I care. That's why I'm here. I could be sitting in Florida on the beach. But I choose to come here and share what life is really like with you because I care about you. If any of you ever need any help, if you're confused, you don't understand something, I may not be able to do it in the classroom here, but I'm around campus. If I'm not in class, come up to me and ask. I'll do my best to answer your questions. If I can't, because I don't know everything, I will try to point you in a direction that will get some answers for you. But ask questions, seek help, do your part, I'll do mine. So when the teacher gives you work to do, treat it like a job. Treat it as if you were getting paid to get that homework done and get it done to the best of your ability. Treat it as if this was your task, it was given to you, that at the end of that task, you're going to get paid, and you will. The payment at this point may not be money. It's going to be a sense of satisfaction that you were able to accomplish something, that you learned something. If you need help studying, if you're not quite sure how to navigate, ask questions. Seek help. I got good at it because I worked hard at it. I was far less advantaged than you are here. My mother was a single lady. She raised my sister and I being a waitress, serving food to people. I went into the Marine Corps at the age of 17 because I couldn't afford college. I couldn't afford any advanced education. When I got out, I didn't have much more money, but what I did have was motivation. I worked full-time, I went to school full-time, and by the grace of God, I was taught how to meditate, which basically saved my life. It sounds silly, but it did. And as a result of that, I became incredibly successful. Money came. My wife would say to me, "But honey, we don't have enough money to do this and that." "Don't worry, dear, let us get more." That was my answer. And it came. Because I did things that without hankering for money, I did those things that others would value what I did. That value was translated for me into not just money, but, magazine pictures, lectures, and whatnot. That doesn't mean anything. The point is that the resources that you need to be successful, to live, to be happy are there. You just must reach for them. And you reach for them by doing today what is needful today. Learn, do your homework. Be attentive in class. Don't be a smart ass and talk back to the teacher or curse or whatever. It's disruptive not just for you, but for the entire class. Everybody loses. Be kind to each other. Help each other. Pays rich dividends. Because that which you give, you will receive. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You all have such great potential. You do. You are the next generation that will run this country, that will move this country into the future. You are the legacy, not just of your parents, but of your country. Be worthy. Be worthy of that. I know you all are. Just sometimes it's a little attitude